Hello everyone, welcome to Caps Arcade. I'm going to try something a little new tonight, or I say new. I did a stream with this repurposed Switch arcade machine for New Year's Eve with my kids, and I've been wanting to do more of this. I am, as it says in the title, way too tired today to stream. I've had a really busy day. We had a really busy weekend taking my kid to a dance convention, but I felt like playing a little bit right before I went to bed, and I thought, why not use this as a chance to do a little bit of a pilot for Caps Arcade. So I'm going to start occasionally. I don't know how often I'm going to do this, but maybe bring the Smash Arcade over and try some things that I can play a little bit, or at least that's kind of fun to try on arcade controls. So I wanted to do like some platformers with arcade controls and some classic arcade games like this. I'm a big fan of Galaga, and I've done Galaga on the channel before, but I've never with, okay, I just can't even deal with this music anymore. It's just the same thing constantly. It's like a 6-second loop. Anyway, I have never like captured gameplay for Galaga before like this, and with arcade controls. So this should be a lot of fun. Hi Tom, hi Thomas Lowe. Couple of Toms there in the chat. We'll see if any Dicks and Harrys show up. Anyway, good to see you guys. As always, with a game stream like this, let me know if the audio balance is decent. And I'm just going to be kind of experimenting tonight, so let's see how well we do. As I've said before, I'm a decent Galaga player. I'm not anything like as good as my dad on his best day. I've been working my whole life to try to get as good as my dad at this game. He was a championship Galaga player back in his day, and I've been wanting to get him to do this on the channel with me for a really long time. Maybe someday we'll make that happen. Anyway, let's see how the sound balance is. Let me know, folks. We might just have kind of a trial run here, and then play for real here in a minute. See just how close I want this microphone. I am playing tonight with the Switch version of Namco Museum, which I just bought for the Switch Christmas sale. And it seems really cool so far. A lot of different game options. There's a cool challenge mode for Galaga that lets you, that's all about getting as many ships captured as possible, which is cool, and I just got my ship killed. So we're off to a really terrible start here. I'm going to actually let myself get killed, and we're just going to kind of start over here, I think. So like I said, I'm just testing things right now. I need to fix my audio here. Hold on. So I'm just gonna die. Hang on. I'm gonna drop this just a little bit. Thomas Lowe, what is your highest score on the game so far? I want to say somewhere between 250 and 300,000. I don't know if I've ever done any better than that. No, I'm good on the rankings board right now. But yeah, I just gotta get at a better angle here. Okay, now for real. Let's see if we can take ourselves a little bit more seriously. Hopefully you guys can see the game okay. And here we go. The aspect ratio for me on this is a little squunched, but it should look normal for you guys. Oh my god, I've already died. Yeah, I'm not playing great just because I'm trying to get used to this. Anyway, I'm gonna die one more time and try to get a real game going here. Nicholas Cole, Galaga rocks. It does. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I have the arcade 1-up Galaga machine. And I might be able to rig that up at some point where I can get gameplay going directly into my capture card from that machine. But right now I'm trying it on Switch. And I have a lot of really cool arcade options on Switch, and just stuff that might be fun to play with these controls. I'm thinking about doing... I've been trying to get good at Mario Wonder with arcade controls. and I'm thinking about streaming that way at some point. Good evening, everybody. Hope you're having a fabulous weekend and good start to the new year. Yeah, this is a little floatier than I'm used to. It's weird. I can't say there's exactly a lag, but... And I mean, I'm not looking at the screen you guys are looking at. I'm looking directly into the arcade screen here, so, like, lag would not be the right word, but... Or maybe there's a lag from the stick to the Switch, because, I mean, it's feeling weirdly floaty, if that's the right word. I don't know. So, a bit of a handicap here, but we'll see how we do. And it also just might be that the game controls a little bit differently with the museum over what I'm used to with my arcade machine. That, like, the response time is different or something. And every port of this seems to be a little different. Yeah, see, I've already lost a shed. Oh, this feels like a real handicap. I would have a handicap anyway, even if I was using my regular arcade machine, though, because that stick needs to be replaced. I'm having some drift issues with that, so... all kinds of technical problems. Yikes. Like I said, this whole thing is just an experiment tonight. Hopefully next time I do one of these streams, it'll be smoother. Thomas Slow need a few failed sections before warming up. Well, and just the way this is controlling right now. Ryder, Cap, I need some parenting. I don't know what that means. In 27. Oh, I'm 27. You need some parenting. I don't know what that means. I have enough kids. I don't need to parent 27-year-olds. Does Ryder need parenting advice? Or he just needs parenting? Real parents. If you have real parents. Namco Museum on the Switch also has... Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, right? I didn't mean to make fun. The Switch also, or pardon me, Namco Museum on the Switch also has Galaga 88, which I've never gotten good at. I haven't really messed around with that enough to get in a good rhythm with it, but it seems really cool, and Freddy loves that game. I said that version, it is a different game. My son Jason had a dance competition today. He's doing a convention all weekend, but all of his competitive stuff was today, and he placed with both the dances he did. He was in a tap routine and a jazz routine, and he got, I want to say, second place in both. This is a little off, but I think I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it. Although then it's like, if you get great at this, what's it going to be like going back? Greetings, if you just got here. I am doing an experiment for arcade streaming. With my repurposed Switch arcade 1-up. This used to be a Street Fighter machine, and it has been reconfigured and for Switch controls, and it has Smash graphics all over it. It looks really professional. You could pass it off as a real product, but of course, 1-Up has not made such a thing. You know, if you guys can hear me okay, I keep feeling like the microphone's not close enough to my mouth. Thanks for bearing with me, everybody, as I do this experiment. He is not going to come down because there's not two of them. So we can get all the way over here. If you're not familiar with Galaga, the Galagas themselves are the bugs that come down after you. I muted myself on accident, and now I'm dead. Senior Stakes Can Galaga? Well, sort of. We're going to play a few games here as I'm trying to get used to this new setup. Thomas Lowe, Namco is cool for releasing these cool classics, even on Switch. Yeah, I mean, you know, a million ports, a million re-releases, but they're always a little different. You know, they keep trying out different game modes, and you get different selections of games. I can show you guys the main menu, and we can see what else is here, and then we'll come back and do some more Galaga. That's mainly what I wanted to do here. Let's see. I don't actually know how to get into the menu. There we go. That's right, I am that man playing Galaga. That was me. That was my cameo in an Avengers film. Okay, so we got Dig Dug, Tower of Druaga? That is not a thing I'm familiar with. Sky Kid, Rolling Thunder, which I've never played. Galaga 88, like I said. Splatterhouse, super cool that's here. Tank Force, I've never tried Splatterhouse, the arcade version. I played it on Genesis, and I have a little bit. I mean, I've just sampled it. But I've got it on the Genesis Mini. Tank Force, Rolling Thunder 2, Pac-Man Versus, and Pac-Man. And that's what we've got. So decent selection of games here. And I've got a bunch more Pac-Mans on the Pac-Man collection that my son Freddie just got for the system recently. And we played some of that on New Year's Eve, if you were there for that stream. But that has Pac-Man Versus, or Pac-Man Versus. That has the Tournament Versus game that's at a lot of arcades right now. I also here in a little bit might just get off the stool, because as my dad always says, Galaga is a contact sport, and I play much better standing up. So typically, you're not going to get your ship captured unless there are two of the ones that can come down that you have to hit twice, that are blue when you hit them. And the strategy, of course, there we go, is to make sure that you've hit it once before you get your ship captured, because otherwise you got to hit it twice, which obviously increases your chances of destroying your ship. I just got a super chat, and I will take a look at that, hopefully between levels here. Apologies, it's hard to read comments while you're playing a game that you don't want to pause, or typically isn't meant to be paused. You can pause on the Switch, of course, unlike on the Arcade 1-Up machine. Okay, great, 49 super chat. Someone recently beat Tetris. I heard about that. I haven't looked into it, though. If I thought these streams would get more views, I'd try to get a chat moderator for this show. Will Cam be the first person to beat Galaga? No. But I will do my level best. Happy 15th anniversary, YouTubing. Thanks a ton. Yeah, this year does indeed mark our 15th anniversary. Or mine, anyway. Geeklution's 15th anniversary. Started in 2009. And thanks for everybody that interacted with the community post about that I put up the other day. We are still trucking along, doing whatever it is we do here. I wasn't planning on streaming at all this weekend. I've got so much going on with my son's dance competition and everything, but dance convention. But like I said at the beginning of this, I was kind of anchoring to play a little Galaga, and I've also been thinking a lot about doing this on stream and trying more stuff with this machine. So here we are. We're off to a much better start here. We got 4 ships. Typically, if I get 2 ships on the first level, I'll get the extra one after the first challenging stage. Not having perfect challenging stages, though. Senior Sticks says, no one beat Tetris before. Yeah, I gotta look into that whole thing and what exactly that means. But I think the idea is that it got to a stage where the game just couldn't continue anymore, and I don't think it's possible for that to happen with Tetris, because you can roll the machine. So when you get to a certain score, it will just roll back to 0 and start over. Or you can also crash it, I think. And my dad has done that back when he played in tournaments in the 80s. And I don't know if he's ever told that story on camera. I'll have to have him on for a Galaga stream at some point when he's feeling better. He just got out of the hospital recently, and he's doing a lot better, but he's still real weak. I don't think he's completely out of the woods yet with the bacteria in his spine, but it's a lot better than it was, and hopefully he'll have that totally solved soon for everybody that's been keeping up with that saga. I feel like I've been doing a lot more straight up kind of video blogging lately, so forgive me when it gets personal and it's not just geeky stuff, but a lot of you guys have been with me for a long time and are interested in some of that life stuff, and I appreciate you guys for the outlet. Man, I am missing some of these. This is one of the tougher challenging stages for me in getting 40. Nicholas Cole, congrats on your 3rd little girl. She's adorable. Thank you very much. Senior Sticks, why never Twitch? Well, I would have to kind of start over there, you know, try to develop a new following. And for Twitch, you have to be really consistent in your streaming, and it would just be kind of, you know, a second gig. I've thought about doing simultaneous streaming with this and Twitch. I just don't know if I can develop an audience unless I was concentrating on that a lot harder than I think I have the time to do. And it's kind of easier to keep it all where I've got it. I've kicked around doing a Twitch thing. I just feel like getting noticed, doing something different enough there. Oh boy, that's all right. Might be a big challenge. You know, if I had more free time on my hands and I wanted a second, you know, kind of regular part-time gig, I would consider that harder. I thought about doing it for Power Rangers games at one point. Well, that wasn't great, but we can salvage it, hopefully. I'm still not loving these controls. I'm not going to make it over there, am I? Not so much. Well, at least I didn't lose 3 ships there. That would have been embarrassing. Oh. I will probably do at least one more game tonight, and I will probably stand up for that. Let's just throw my back out a little bit. Honestly, trying to use on the stool. I am sitting on a Killer Instinct stool. that came with the arcade 1-up machine. For those of you that don't know, I've got, oh man, I've got, I think I'm up to 12, no, 13. Oh man, yeah, this is not a good end to this game. That's all right, we'll do one more. I'm up to 13 arcade 1-up machines in my little arcade down here. I will say the gimmick of playing Switch games with an arcade stick or on an arcade machine might be a cool enough, you know, different thing to start a Twitch channel with. But A, I don't have the time to do it regularly enough where I could build a new audience. And B, I'm just not probably good enough at video games in general. I will say, at one time I had this idea of doing a daily vlog series, where I would just talk about whatever was on my mind, but while playing Galaga, called the Galaga blog. So it would be exactly what I'm doing right now, except it would be every day, and I would just tell you what was going on in my life, and feelings on maybe things I'd watched that day, doing kind of, you know, little mini reviews on things, while trying to get as good at this game as possible, and see what daily or nearly daily Galaga playing, you know, did for my game. And that would probably be a cool Twitch channel too. But, you know, you want to stream, generally I'd say at least a couple hours on Twitch. And I don't know if I can... I shot like 8 times and I never hit him. What's really cool is when you get a stray Galaga in the middle of it. Oh, I got picked up and I didn't have any ships left because I wasn't paying attention. Well, anyway, but yeah, I don't know if I could do 2 straight hours of Galaga. You know, sometimes I play better when I'm talking and sometimes I don't. But I'm getting incrementally used to doing it this way. Hi folks, if you just came in, Robert, once more into the breach. That's it, man. I just can't stop the streaming. Welcome to the hiatus. I don't know the meaning of the word. Okay, I'm gonna get some water. Don't run off. It's right here. I've got the water. That's a great comment, Thomas Lowe. He says, you need a Sam if you want to Twitch. Oh, that's great. There's got to be a cool, like, title, you know, kind of angle for that. I'm going to see if I can fix one of my cameras here real quick before I keep going. Just hang on. I'm going to angle this way. There we go. God, that was driving me crazy. Was that driving you crazy? Robert says he's more of a Galaxian guy. I wonder if that's just a joke or if that's true. I've never really played Galaxian. It's on the arcade 1-up machine. Or, you know, I've never seriously played it. You know, I've tried it once or twice. A little slow for my taste. I feel the same way about Space Invaders. And I actually have the arcade 1-up machine for Space Invaders because my son Freddie loves that game. I'm going to stand up now. Alright, am I too tall for this camera right now? No, of course not. That's how short I am, folks. Alright, here we go. This time for real. Gotta get this phone out of my pocket. All right. Well, sound off in the comments, folks. What is your favorite classic arcade game, especially from this period? like early mid. Early mid 80s stuff. Especially, it's funny because most of the arcade games that I really like are actually later than this. 90s stuff, particularly fighters. This is my one big, 80s arcade game. I'm not a big Pac-Man guy. I hope that mic's not too far away from my face now. It was just a little too distracting where it was. Once again, everybody, appreciate you bearing with me as I do this experiment. Yeah, I'm sure it sounds a little far away now. Put it right over here. Let's try that. There we go. You see what I'm saying? It's a contact sport. Ah! I moved too much. You gotta get in the fighting stance. You gotta assume the position. It's very important. Senior Sticks, I like Pac-Man. Robert Wild was a Dig Dug guy. I've never gotten into that. It's funny because this is my jam, but I've never been a big, like, space shooter guy in general. It's really just Galaga. Yeah! That's not what you want. I got stuck in that corner. I'm playing lousy tonight. But in my defense, I'm very distracted by this new setup. We're gonna get there. Senior Sticks Cap can't experiment. Oh, yes, I can. It's the scientific method, man. It's a lot trial and error. The failures are very valuable. Jason and I have been getting really into vinyl records lately. I think I've talked about that a little bit here and there. And we bought a couple more today at a really cool vinyl store in downtown Kansas City. Jason picked up Sgt. Pepper, which is his favorite Beatles record. And that was always mine growing up. I think I've become a little bit fonder of Revolver lately. That was rough, but like I said, the way this is playing, it's just weirdly floaty, and I don't know what that's about. I'm going to mess around with it a little bit with the controller at some point and just see if it's just the connection somehow with the stick as a controller. Because this arcade machine is basically just a glorified controller. Not that I like to play Galaga with a D-pad or anything, or a thumbstick. Anyway, let's see if we can get a better game going here. I typically average about 150,000 on this game. A really good game for me is between 2 and 250. Which I'm not happy with. Like, I want to get a lot better at it. I've kind of plateaued over the last few years. I don't mean to keep making excuses, but one of the things that's weird about it, the way I'm playing it right now, is just that everything's smaller. I'm used to a longer screen where all the sprites are bigger. So like I said, at some point I'll see if I can actually get the real arcade one-up machine for Galaga to export into my capture card. All right, I'm going to hold off on reading comments for a little bit so I can kind of try to get into a groove here. There we go. Oh no, what happened? I have activated the pause menu. You get a lot more points if you can pick all 3 of those off. Is when I try to do that. One of the things I like about Galaga is the points are not arbitrary. It's all about gaining more ships. I used to play Galaga a lot with a guy that was older than me who pronounced it Galaga. Just drove me absolutely insane. It's Galaga, dude. You wanna play some Galaga? It's like Ghostbusters 2. You wanna play Boggle or Super Mario Brothers? Yeah. Yeah, man, seriously. And I was starting to rock it a little bit. I may have to give it one more go. I don't know, I'm just having a hard time getting in my groove tonight. And again, this just feels a little off by like a millisecond. It's just not quite right. I was really excited about doing it here too because I was like, oh cool, I can actually stream with an arcade. It's just a little off. Senior Sticks Donkey Kong did start in the arcade. Robert Weil, is that how Canadians pronounce Galaga? Well, this guy was not Canadian, but it's possible. Because those Canadians, they have some weird ideas about things. And they buy their milk in bags. And they say sorry. Yeah. I am just gonna start over and play one more game here, guys. How long have I been at this? Half an hour? Robert says a bad carpenter blames his tool. Well, if his tool was an arcade machine with a tad bit of lag, he would probably blame that. Somebody left a comment about going to a con of some kind and then retracted it, so I wonder what that was about. My son Freddie is really good at Galaga. He is at about the same skill level I am, I think. And, you know, better than what you're seeing tonight. There's not much I can beat Freddie at these days, but Galaga is one of those things about 60% of the time. We'll say I do tend to have a better hit-miss ratio than him, so that's something. He's also 9, so, you know, I shouldn't gloat that much. He's just that good at video games. No matter what they are, it doesn't matter. Man. Still not gonna get my 40 here. Senior Six, is it time to create Geekvolution Con? We've been threatening doing something like that for a long time. We don't really have a big enough audience to have a whole convention to ourselves, but we thought about renting out space like at a convention that's, you know, kind of centrally located and see how many people we can get to come just hang out with us. But had some ideas like that. We've also kicked around renting out like a movie theater and doing a live commentary. That's the thing I've talked about for 3 or 4 years now. Die already. Oh my god, seriously? I'm telling you, just the back and forth on this is funky. It's not right. But never fear, we've just lost the one. Teddy, you should title his stream, I just demolished a 9-year-old in Galaga. I should. I would feel really proud of myself, too. He's just very difficult to beat at things. And he will get angry when he loses, too. It's fun taking out a million things while your other ship is spinning. Hello, Tom Atkins. I'm not actually able to read your comment right now, but it's good to see you, sir. What? I still don't have a dedicated Pac-Man machine, but now that we're playing, and again, I'm not a giant Pac-Man guy anyway, but it's kind of, it does feel a little bit weird having the arcade set up, having Galaga, not Pac-Man. But now that we've got this thing, and we have the really good Pac-Man collection, I really don't feel the need to get one. I will say I do kind of miss Pac-Man, which is not on that collection, because for some reason I don't think I'll ever understand. They never release Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man in the same collection. And it's like that with the arcade 1-up machines, too. You're not going to see Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man both on the same machine. I'm sure there's some reason for that. I don't know if it's a weird marketing strategy thing. It can't be rights. The same company has the rights to both, so I don't know what that's about, but... I'm not going to get any of those there. You want to try to take out as much on top as possible before they start raining hell down upon you. But also I like to take out as many up from the sides as I can, too. Okay, and then stage 10 is kind of your reprieve stage, where there's no bullets coming down on you. And so you have a good chance, especially with 2 ships, of taking out everything before they start coming down. But the trade-off is they come after you a little harder. But that was relatively quick to take out 10. And now we got what I always called, when I was a kid, the airplane challenging stage. I lost that last one. What did I get? 38? Hi, Robbie the Sky. Good to see you. Sorry I'm not interacting with some of the comments as much. It's kind of harder to look back and forth with this than some other things. But I'll go back and read them all later, folks. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's no good. That is not what you want. You don't want to get locked in the corners either. Still didn't get... So I gotta hit him twice. That was lucky. I almost killed my ship there. Well, that was hilarious. I don't know that I've ever done that. I don't know that I've ever smashed my ship into my other ship. And that's amazing. I'm glad you guys were here to witness that. That was really funny. Okay, let's see if we can have one more half-decent game here. See if we can get at least a 150,000 game. At the very least, get over 100 again. That'd be good. I feel like I at least kind of half redeemed myself. Senior 6, who misses 2023 already? You know, I mean, I had a really good year, but I am very excited about this upcoming year. We're going to start working on the Superhero Rewind movie, if all goes according to plan, later this year. We're hoping to start filming in April. And we're going to probably shoot that kind of off and on, so it won't be, you know, like a 45-day shoot or whatever. It'll be kind of on the weekends, but we'll at least get the big scenes with Jason knocked out. And I've got my new daughter, and I'm going to be focusing on her a lot. Sarah's been home on maternity leave. I can't even see it. Where's my ship? There it is. And so I have not gotten to interact a ton with the new baby yet, honestly. I've been doing a lot more running errands and taking care of the other kids and making sure that Sarah doesn't have to get up and lift anything or do dishes or that kind of stuff. Well, somebody died. Stupid bees? There we go. I was gonna say, I better not lose that last one. That would be obnoxious. Senior Sticks, captain his Power Rangers team. Yeah, I had a Power Rangers team before. Now I've also got a 6th Ranger. And a female 6th Ranger. That's cool. But yeah, I had an honest-to-God Power Rangers team, like a classic one, because I had 3 boys and 2 girls. But now I have the Powerpuff Girls, so that's also cool. Let's go, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Get right up under there. Ooh, that's not good. One of these buttons is starting to stick a little bit. This was a used machine, so somebody else built this from a kit, and I bought it. I may have to replace a couple of these buttons. And again, I'm not just saying that as an excuse if I mess up. I mean, it really is sticking a little bit. There's a little bit of arcade maintenance you have to do sometimes on these. Especially arcade 1-ups, because they're not made with the best materials, but I think these buttons and sticks are better than the standard ones. Because, you know, you can't upgrade and kind of customize this stuff. Which is nice. I'd be curious to know if anybody in the audience has any of these machines. Has any arcade 1-ups. Modded or otherwise. I know some people see them as kind of baby toys for babies, and they're certainly not as durable as the real thing, but they're more cost effective, and more importantly for me, they're more space effective. So, you know, you could just get one, like, old school solid arcade machine and mod it to include a ton of games on MAME, and I do have a machine like that, my Virtual Fighter machine. But it's also fun just to have these smaller, dedicated machines all representing your favorite stuff for, admittedly, the nostalgia of kind of feeling like you're in the old arcades you used to grow up in. And it's a lot of fun for my kids. We'll have these little arcade parties, and everybody's playing a different thing. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out. Now we're cooking with gas. Knock on wood, we're off to a much, much better start here. I have said that before, but I mean it this time. Hi, Busted Sim. Okay, back to stage 10, the glorious, wonderful stage 10. Always drives me crazy when I get in a good groove at an actual arcade, and then I realize that it's a machine that is programmed differently so that stage 10 is not a true stage 10. And I think maybe what was it, like the 25th anniversary machine did that? I forget now. Oh no! I didn't get any of them there. That was rough. Now we'll see if we can at least pick off the rest of them. This is neither here nor there, but I have been on a big cappuccino kick lately, and I think I had too much coffee today. I, like kind of crashed hard a few hours ago, where I was on a real energy high, and then I was like, oh yeah, this is what stimulants do. There's something kind of relaxing about this. Well, we'll see if we can at least salvage this level here and not lose another ship. Nope, that didn't work. That's alright. That's right. We can still possibly pull out 150 at least. We're going to try it. I hate it when I do that. I waste 2 ships in a row like that. That is how I tend to end games. Missed it. Some blood out here. No! I can't believe I did that. That's no good. God. Well, that was just embarrassing. It's hard to come back from that. That was painful. Absolutely painful. I thought this was going to be our last game, but I'm going to be hard-pressed to leave it on that, unless we just really pull it out here. Which I'll be surprised if I can do, honestly, with as much madness as is going on up there, but I don't know. It's possible. How embarrassing. All right, we might pull something out here. Yeah. Don't get stuck in the corner. Don't get killed by that last bug. That'd be ridiculous. Let's at least beat the high score that we've got from today, shall we? And we just did it. There we go. Is anybody here a big Galaga player? I'd love to know that. Maybe we will get our 150 here, and at least end on a high note. And I got an extra ship. We should do it. Whoa! My God. You see why I like to stand up for this? Right up underneath there. Yes! Well, that was lovely. I feel good about that. All right, here we go. Just take out a couple of those. And we swing back around. Inch over ever so. That's right, I'm color commentating my own Galaga game. This last guy. There we go. Alright, I got my 150. So, I feel better about this now. And this is light stage 10 again. Got my heart rate up. It's like exercise. It's not a substitute for exercise. But, you know, it feels like it in the moment. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my God, I can't believe I missed that. Feels cheap. Die already. Let's see if we can get 200 here. This is my favorite challenging stage. And I missed one. Unfortunate. Seriously? All right. Let's get some water here. We've still got 3 ships, folks. You know, I could lose all 3 right now and I'll feel like I've made it kind of respectable, although, yeah, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. It will now that I've said that, right? Oh my God, I lost one. How did that happen? Because I said that? Because I was stupid enough to say that out loud? I'm not superstitious, generally, but, makes me feel kind of superstitious. Let's see if we can get... he's not going to come down. Damn it. Okay. Unfortunate. And I've only got the 1 now. And now he will come down. So, can't go back over there now. I'm going to lose all 3 in this one level, just like I said I wouldn't. Well, at least I didn't do that. Okay. It's going to take too many points to get another ship, I think. It's every 60? Yeah, I got caught in the corner. Well, we got close to 200. It's not too bad. Robbie the Sky. I used to play this when I was a kid. My church had it. Miss Pac-Man, Mortal Kombat of all things, and a few others, but this game was my favorite. Cool. Did you ever get very good? Do you remember what your high score was? Okay. Again, I feel like it's respectable enough I don't have to go again. But there's a part of me that kind of wants to. My fingers are starting to hurt a little bit. Teddy Cap, how can you be a genre fan and do the what could possibly go wrong mistake? I'm gonna plead the fifth on that. I'm gonna say I did it for your benefit because it's more entertaining that way. Right with the Sky, that was like 20 years ago now. Well, it's really easy to play Galaga now. You should try to get back to it. Am I gonna play again? I don't know that I can pull out even that good of a game again. I don't usually play this many times in a row, but I want to. I kind of feel like it. Okay, well, feel free to make fun of me if I crash and burn again. But I am going to give it one more go, I think. We got to do our stretches here. All right, folks. One more go. And I really mean that. I sound like a compulsive gambler. Just one more. Let's stream a roulette next time. We'll just watch Cap gamble. Yeah, I never play well playing too many times in a row, so this probably isn't smart, but I wanna. Oh, my back hurts. Senior 6, I'm not going to play any other games tonight, I don't think. Said I could end with Splatterhouse. I'm going to save that for another day. I gotta look into that Tetris thing and see what exactly that meant. Teddy Cap can't play GTA when... I don't know if I'm ever gonna do that. Probably not on stream. I've never played a Grand Theft Auto. I know people were really unhappy with the apparently terrible remaster for Switch. I think Switch. And I guess there's finally a new one coming. There's been a lot of rumors lately about the Switch 2, or whatever they end up calling the new system, coming out this year, what the price point's going to be, whether it's going to be backwards compatible, whether it's going to do any kind of innovation, or basically just be a more powerful Switch. And I'm thinking about doing a video about that next week sometime with Jason at least. I've invited Dan Torrey. I'm hoping he can make that too, because he and I did a video speculating about the Switch before it came out several years ago now, and it'd be cool to do a follow-up about that, or for the new one. So I won't give away any of my thoughts about that right now, but I'll tease that for the couple of people still hanging out with us here. Oh my god, no. That's not what you want. Sucks to go on a challenging stage with one ship, and some of them are more doable than others. I have gotten 40 on this one before. Not getting anywhere close to that right now, obviously, but I've done it. You wouldn't know it the way I'm playing right now, but I have done that. Senior Sticks, any mention of public domain and its future? Yeah, we might do a show about that at some point. I'm gonna kind of collect my thoughts on that. I'm not totally sure what I want to say about that yet. Except to say that it's interesting that so far with the few really popular things that have gone in the public domain, we haven't had a super successful like public domain version of something yet, where, you know, anybody can use it, and then you have like the new definitive version of it, or something like equally loved, with the exception, of course, of Sherlock Holmes, but like nothing from, you know, the last few decades. And it's been a lot of, you know, kind of crappy horror things. Naturally, that's the first thing that happens, because it's cheap to make. Just kind of easy low-hanging fruit. Just the way I'm kind of looking at it right now. Oh, man. See, I'm not concentrating now. I'm thinking about the public domain thing. Is if everyone has Mickey Mouse, no one does. Yeah, it sucks I can't get one of those to come down. Now, this is not going to be as good of a game as the last one, obviously. We were up to 5 ships at one point in that previous game. I'm blowing my hit-miss ratio all to hell here. I mean, I don't like to come in at 10 with one ship either. Yeah, it was a mistake to try again, but like I said, I just felt like it. I was decided that I halfway got into a groove now with the setup. Nah, I didn't get all 3, that sucks. Dodged a bullet there. Alright, here we go. Alright, we've just got 2. But maybe we can get to a 3rd here in a bit. This is a game that just never gets boring to me. I mean, it's the same thing every time. But it's just, Yeah, it's a challenging enough thing. I've never come close to mastering it, and it's always it always feels satisfying when you beat a high score, you get very far, and it's always thrilling when you do crazy maneuvers and dodge stuff you didn't think you could possibly dodge. Which did not happen there, unfortunately. But get in there, yes! See, that's always satisfying. Like Snickers. The other day, Freddie, my 9-year-old, we were at a grocery store, and he saw the back of a Snickers bar, or actually just a Snickers bar, because some of them lately, they'll say Snickers, but then others of them will just have the slogan, it'll just say satisfying. And Freddie thought it was an off-brand Snickers. He was like, look, there's this off-brand Snickers called Satisfying. I'm like, no, Freddie, that's still Snickers. Yeah, I knew that was going to work out. Alright, well, we got close to 100 here. Get him before he can get you. Take that out. But there's no chance at another ship here, so this is going to about do it for me tonight, it looks like. I'll see how close to 100 I can get, but about the speed I'm rolling at tonight. Yeah, like millisecond earlier if I'd gone this way. But anyway, well, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Maybe I'll do a Captain Logan show or something on the public domain thing. People have been bringing that up a lot lately because of Mickey Mouse. Getting all the high scores because this is the first time I have played this with this new collection. You have to get to, I want to say, 300 to even get on my board on my 1-up machine. Or maybe 250. So it's been a while since I've even cracked my own board. But I appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And I will come back with more streams probably early next week. I don't know if I'll do anything tomorrow. Just not sure yet. But got a few things I'm kicking around, kind of cooking up. And if you guys like this, you like the arcade thing, this is probably more of the kind of video game streaming I'll be doing for the foreseeable future. I'm really excited about this machine. I want to do some platformers with the stick, try to get good at that. And I might occasionally come back and do Galaga like this, just to keep improving my game. And it's fun to share it with you guys. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon. I was Captain Logan, too tired to stream, which is why now I have finished my stream that I was too tired to do, and I'm going to go to bed. Appreciate you guys. Bye, everybody.